Now that we've got April Fool's Day behind us, we can move on to some news that you can take to the bank with another round of awesome Xbox deals. We'll start this week's sales off in a pretty rough place. 14th century France is in the middle of a 100-year war, absolutely overrun with plague-infested rats, and being run by some seriously questionable fellas. To make matters worse, you've been left alone to look after your little brother, and he's beginning to seem a little weird. A Plague Tale Innocence really puts you up against it, asking you to survive all that as a teenage girl who has nothing but her wits and a paltry slingshot to work with. But it does make your successes all the more satisfying as you learn to outsmart your bigger, stabbier enemies. Nice, now you can even have a celebratory toast. The sequel, Requiem, will also be coming straight to Game Pass, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for all the latest on this infectiously entertaining series. But if you're going to take a trip back to the Plague Town to see where it all began, Xbox is definitely the place to do it. A Plague Tale Innocence is available on Xbox Game Pass, and it looks sickeningly good in 4K Ultra HD on the Xbox Series X. Plus, it's now 75% off.
Snowrunner is also available to Xbox Game Pass members, while those who would like to own the keys to the truck outright can do so for half price this week. In this off-road simulation game, your goal is to deliver cargo in a big old truck, or jeep, or whatever this is, which sounds pretty chill, except that the places you'll be making deliveries to don't involve you spending a lot of time on Easy Street, or any street at all. Though, actually, we don't advise driving on streets. Anyway, you'll be clambering up the sides of mountains, wading through floods, and plowing through as much muck, mud, and snow as your poor engine can handle. Maybe pack a wetsuit whilst you're at it. Snowrunner is an extreme test of your driving skills, but it's also basically a puzzle game, forcing you to plan out each job down to the finest detail so that you can pick a safe route across the game's hazardous terrain. I mean, I just feel tense looking at this. Or if not safe, then at least one that isn't hopelessly deadly. Snowrunner is now 50% off to all you delivering daredevils out there, but is also available on Xbox Game Pass. Get trucking.
The future which you encounter in The Surge 2 is like a hexagon-shaped fridge. It might not be ideal, but it sure is incredibly cool. In this dystopian action RPG, you're given a robotic exoskeleton to help you survive in a world full of killer robots. I mean, honestly, have you ever heard as many cool words crammed into a single sentence before? Not likely. The Surge 2 puts a major emphasis on melee combat, giving you a whole armory full of technologically advanced doohickeys to slice and dice your enemies with. You can actually target individual limbs too, simultaneously making the bad guy less dangerous and giving you a shiny new toy to play with. The premium edition is 70% off this week and comes with a story-focused expansion called The Kraken, as well as all the game's Battle Pass content for you to gear your character up with. Last up, we've got a game that's perfect for anyone who's sick of being told to eat their greens. The Walking Vegetables Radical Edition is now 80% off. In this wacky twin-stick shooter, the Earth is under attack from mutant vegetables that were brought to life by alien invaders. Just when you thought you had a plan in place for every conceivable end-of-the-world scenario, here come a bunch of zombified sprouts to ruin your apocalypse. Typical. Fortunately, fighting back against these nutritious nuisances is a ton of fun, thanks to the huge arsenal of weapons and perks which the game puts at your disposal, and the manic 80s aesthetic which keeps the screen bursting with colour and carnage at all times. And if you get tired from fighting the good fight alone, there's the option to tag in a friend for some couch co-op, because together we can overcome any foe, even broccoli. Whether you're trucking across the wilderness or exploring 14th century France, you really can't go wrong with any of these amazing games. Let us know which ones you'll be checking out down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell before you go. Bye!